I said when this story first broke that this was going to be a race issue. This was not going to be a human issue. This was not going to be a young people issue. This was not going to be a parent issue. It wasn't going to be any of that because black culture cannot wait. Cannot wait. They are absolutely, positively looking for, seething, waiting on their next opportunity to protest, donate to, and get involved and have conversations around things that has nothing to do with their lives. Everything becomes a race issue with black people. We have cursed ourselves. We are a cursed people collectively, not individually, but collectively. We are a cursed people when it comes to having conversations about race. Everything becomes a race issue. Police deal with this guy. Oh, it's race. Somebody deny you for a job. Oh, they didn't like me because I was black. It's my hair. Cultural appropriation. She got cornrows. Cultural appropriation. That didn't even come from y'all, but we made it popular. Somebody get hot when it comes to music. Oh, they must be an industry plant. They taking over our stuff, so we need to gatekeep and keep it for ourselves. Somebody go looking for trouble. Go sit in somebody else's stands. They're not even supposed to be there. They bring a knife, premeditated. Oh, man, he was just defending himself. Make sure that we go ahead and hit that GoFundMe. Getting so distracted. Went from line dancing to Carmelo Anthony versus Austin Metcalf. But let's get into it. Let's deep dive into it. Carmelo is a local hero. He saved a drowning child when he was only 14. The media won't tell us that. What does that have to do with him stabbing somebody inside of their chest and killing them? I saved the baby from drowning one time, but if I slap you in the face, did I slap you in the face, or am I a person that saved a local baby from drowning? Because I got my accolades from that back then. Y'all wasn't even checking for him. Y'all had nothing to do. And you know what the funniest part about it is? Y'all sitting here doing the same thing that y'all did for Luigi. Guess what? Luigi is going to go to jail for the rest of his life. This Carmelo kid, he going to be in jail 2 weeks from now. Y'all not even going to care nothing about him after his sentence is read. Y'all so fake supportive, so fake outrage. So fake supportive. I wonder if this is going to stop y'all from killing each other inside of y'all own neighborhoods and communities. Let's deep dive into it. Let's talk about it. So, this is the sentiment from some people, and this is what our queens to be. This is what your queens to be is saying when it comes to this situation.
Y'all not gonna make me believe or feel any kind of sympathy for Austin Metcalf at all. He put his hands on that young man when he should have kept them hands to himself. When the young man told him, touch me and see, you bet not touch me, that meant that I don't want you in my space. I don't want you touching me. Rosa Parks days is over.
Now it goes back. Listen, Rosa Parks days is over. Do y'all know that Rosa Parks and the whole Montgomery bus situation, that was planned? That Rosa Parks wasn't even the original person that said that I don't want to go to the back of the bus. That was literally planned in order to create a movement and incite for people to feel some type of way so that they can ultimately get whatever it was changed that they were supposed to be. Rosa Parks got the accolades from somebody else that was actually the one that didn't want to get up from the back of the bus. They don't like that. They don't like this. And I get it. I get it. You don't want to have the whole conversation because we want to make sure that we still standing on race, and we want to make sure that we still standing on these tropes and these stories that y'all aren't even familiar with, and you don't even have the full context. But Rosa Parks was a plant. Oh man, that's gonna make them upset, ain't it? Rosa Parks was a plant. Now, I didn't say that she may not have done it for a good cause. Absolutely. But Rosa Parks wasn't even the person that did it or came up with the whole idea to do it in the first place. No, you may have known that, but there's a lot of people that are leaning on this same conversation in order to justify their hate for white people, because that is really what it is. And when white people will stop being apologists to black people and stop giving in to the whole trope of, listen, it's a father out there that is crying because he had to bury his son because somebody else stabbed his son. So before we ever have any kind of human sympathy, before we even have a conversation about a family that is mourning and grieving, the first thing that people do is they start using kids, children, to further their mindset and to reinforce their racism against somebody else. They are using kids to further their mindset. They have no compassion. They don't care about the family. They don't, man, listen, you think these black people actually care about Carmelo Anthony? All right, let me frame it to you in a different frame. Do you think that people that don't necessarily care for healthcare industries actually cared about Luigi Marchione? I like to call him player number 2. Do you think that black people actually cared about George Floyd? Y'all think, listen. You know how I know that you don't care? And I'm going to get back to the actual situation at hand. Do you want to know how I know that you don't care? And this is all a front. This is all so you can get your social media following up. This is all so you can get some visibility. This is all so you can have your opinion because you're looking for that like and dislike and that dopamine hit. You know how I know that you don't care? They said, Anton, move past race, bro. So you don't want me to address what the culture is addressing and the conversations that they're having. You want me to act like it don't exist. You want me to act like people, because I'm past race. I don't evaluate or rock with people based off of the color of their skin. I don't pick and choose the people that I want to be around based off of whether they black or they white or none of that stuff. It's not a race issue for me. I originally said when I reported on this that this was a human rights issue. This was a I don't know how to deal with confrontation issue. This was I am premeditated. I never told my parents. I never had a conversation about the problems that I was having. I never intentionally went and sat in somebody else's stands so that I can ultimately get into a confrontation. Yo, when we were younger, we learned how to deal with confrontation differently. And we actually had adults that poured into us and helped us or dealt with us. You're not going to ever avoid people that don't like you. You're never going to get rid of people that may have bullied you or whatever. You go to your job every single day and it's somebody that don't like you. So what, you going to set them up, you going to confront them, you going to deal with them accordingly, or you going to learn how to have confrontation resolution. These are little kids that didn't even have their brain fully developed and they have no understanding, but his first reaction was to bring a knife in his bag. That doesn't hit you a little bit different? You're using your adult traumas and issues and the fact that you've been programmed to be racist for your entire life in order to have a conversation about kids. We got grown folks that's raising children that don't even know that they not grown folks in their mind. They just grown folks in they physical appearance, but they still act like children. Y'all don't know how to go and call somebody else's parents. You don't know how to work with the school. You haven't taught your child how to deal with conflict a certain way, but you just crash out. You just crash dummies, and now y'all think that y'all donated $20 collectively a piece to a GoFundMe that makes you feel better that you standing against. What's wrong with y'all? These is young kids. I never looked at it as a race issue. I looked at it as something that black people were going to make a race issue every time, every single time. Let me ask y'all a question. If it was on the other side, if it was on the other foot, if the black kids had dealt with the white kids a certain way, what we be saying that we have to make sure that we mend race relations inside of this country? We don't. We wouldn't, absolutely. It would be a completely different conversation. You know why? Because you hate yourself. You hate your skin color and you are looking for a tribe to be angry at something because you ain't got nothing better to do and you're broke. Who walks around with a knife in their bag? Grown people don't even walk around with a knife in their bag. Y'all teaching y'all kids as self-defense? We are a sad people. And nope, I'm not about to crash out over y'all. I'm not about to crash out over y'all. I'm not. Y'all sad. Y'all are sad. I'm not going to get all riled up today. I'm not about to get my blood pressure up. I'm not going to feel some type of way. Listen. Is it self-defense when people that look like you run up on you inside of your hood and we see killing every single day? How come y'all don't have the same position? How come y'all don't have the same disposition? This is why I'm never, ever moving back into the hood. You ain't got to worry about me buying a block because I don't want to be nowhere around people that think like this. I don't want to surround myself with people that have this mindset. Y'all can have, you got it. You got it. Keep on having your fish fries, your GoFundMe's. Keep on burying your children and saying it's self-defense. Keep on coming to the aid and make sure that y'all protest and tear down all of the infrastructure inside of your cities. Do it. Do it. Do the same thing you did in the 67 riots. Do the same thing you did in the George Floyd situation. Do the same thing you did for the Trayvon Martin situation. Do the same thing y'all did for everybody. I think you should do it. And I wonder, as y'all continue to have these conversations and as y'all continue to do these things, I, I I implore you to ask yourself these questions. How has it benefited you in any way, shape, or form? At what point in history, since the 67 riots, because a lot of y'all wasn't even alive at that time. I wasn't even alive at that time, but I experienced what it did to my city in Detroit. In any of these things, in any of these protests, in any of these conversations, I implore you and I ask you a question. How has this benefited any one of you or your community or your mindset? And how have you progressed as a result of it? What justice did you get? Somebody says Nick Fuentes called guys like you out. I don't care nothing about Nick Fuentes. I don't lose no sleep on y'all get upset about people that have no kind of impact or power over what you do. Well, listen, if I see somebody walking down the street protesting with swastika things, either I think that they paid or I know that they dusty and broke. I know that the majority see, I don't give anybody any power over me. I know that the majority of white people are broke. I know that the majority of y'all are upset, and this is why y'all outside protesting against Elon Musk and Trump. I know that the majority of y'all are dusty. I know a lot of y'all living in trailer parks. I see y'all women. Y'all women was for the streets way before black women started being for the streets. Y'all divested yourselves and broke up y'all households way before most of y'all are the ones that take up the majority of the diversity, equity, and inclusion and social services. Y'all not doing no better. If we just want to have demographic and target and look at social equity and justice and all of this stuff and socioeconomic statuses, y'all not winning. If you look at any census, if you look at any kind of information, it will tell you that they are slightly, only a little bit ahead of black people when it comes to their earned income, their household income. They having the same problems. They deleting their babies. They just doing it a lot slower than you. They having the same problems. Y'all follow them right into the mire. Now we have a system. We have a situation where white people and black people in this country are fighting against each other. White people are trying to be apologists, and then occasionally they get their gumption up and they get their hoods and they go and march. Broke people. And then you got black people getting, don't y'all know all of y'all are distracted from what's really going on? That the people that are making the most money inside of this country, they not black or they not white. While y'all over here getting distracted, the majority of the wealth is being swiped right up from under you, and they capitalizing on what's going on inside of the stock market, and they moving the money outside of the country, and they really running up a bag. Somebody said you weak, brother. I don't give a fuck about you. You ain't a part of the bag chasers. You ain't never donated to the man. I don't care, bro. You got dreads in your head. You can't even get a job. You a dreadhead with dirty dreads in your head. You can't even get a job, bro. Black people are hilarious because they think. Let me go ahead and remove this. You think that you have some power. You can't even get people that look like you in your own district. Y'all don't even show up to vote. You don't got no power. You don't have no power. Didn't I teach y'all this last time? You better off listening to me than getting there and getting mad and then feeling some type of way. You don't have no kind of impact on nothing. You think that we care about whether or not your little dusty, bro, you ain't even got YouTube Premium. You got YouTube regular. You probably listening to this behind because you had to listen to an ad before I started talking about it. Bro, nobody cares. You still have to go and you got to hit the check box on your application and say, yes, I am a felon. Yes, I have committed a crime. No, I cannot be within 500 feet of a school district because I had to register as a sex offender. Bruh, you got bigger problems to worry about than whether or not you tuned into my live stream on YouTube. I promise you, nobody is going to lose no sleep. At the end of the day, I'm still going to be rich. When I wake up in the morning and I get done with this rant, I'm going to be richer than ever. I'm going to be richer tomorrow than I am today. I have no cares. I see your profile picture. I know you're dusty. I see the thing on your car falling down. The liner on your car is falling down. You got to worry about whether or not you're getting your car repossessed. This is the last thing you should be concerned about. Don't even worry about it. Listen, if you're watching this on your Obama phone, go ahead and tune out and go look at Umar Johnson and let him continue to tell you what to do. You got baby mama issues. I'm advocating for you to fix family court laws, and you sitting there having a conversation with me about whether or not you in or you out. I don't care. Nobody cares. You're poor. You're broke. You're poor. You have bigger issues to work. You shouldn't even be worried. Bruh, you shouldn't even be worried about Carmelo Anthony or Austin Metcalf. That's the last thing that should be on your mind. That is something for privileged people to be able to have a conversation about, not you. You got bigger things to worry about. Y'all so distracted by the things that ain't even meaningful. Want to make everything about race. It ain't about race for me. It's about culture. The culture is trash, and this is the reason why you continue to believe why you want to believe. Tell your baby mama I said what up. I'm going on tour. I tell her I choose her too. If you was here for the live stream yesterday, you know what I'm talking about. Tell your baby mama and your girlfriend I choose her. And when I come to your city, I'm going to get it right. I'm not going to argue with you. I told people yesterday, we're going to move over into the Trump tariffs. I'm not arguing with nobody no more. If you don't like me, I don't like you either, but I like your girlfriend and I choose her. If she choose me, I choose her back and I'm going to make it right with her. Any frustration that I have, it's not going to be directed towards you. I'm not fighting nobody. I'm not getting into it. I'm just going to give her a wink. I'm going to pull up on the passenger side of your car when your muffler is hanging off, and then I'm going to just give her a wink. I just ordered the new Maybach yesterday. I'm going to put my arm out the window, and I'm going to make you feel some type of way. She going to look me up on Instagram. I'm going to DM her back. We going to have a good conversation, and I'm going to make it right. I'm going to make it right. My revenge tactic now is I am going to have a revenge tour on all mothers and baby mamas of men that is feeling some type of way, but only work 26 hours a week. I got you. She not even going to know what it feel like to be on that cowhide that I got. It's a special cowhide. It's a special cowhide inside of my cars. I got you. I'm on it. Make sure you hit a like for the algorithm. Subscribe to the channel. I'm not arguing with people this year. I'm not. Nope. Not even a little bit.